How you guys doing? It's Rival TCG back with another video here. Today I'm just gonna be posting a deck list. I know everybody's a little excited about this set, or at least I am, because I have not been posting as many videos as I normally do because I don't know. It's just the 8.5 set or OP08 and 8.5 wasn't really too fun for me. I felt like the game got a little stale. Um, and it still may be, but this set actually got me really hyped now. Shanks is finally out. I feel like I can just go back to just playing red, just cause in my earlier videos when I first started the channel, I was playing a lot of Whitebeard, and eventually I just started having to go into other types of decks because it just wasn't remaining competitive. So feels really good to be back playing. I'm gonna start off with this Shanks list so far with OP09, but I still think Blue Dofi is probably going to be the best deck, but there's a lot of other fun decks that we can actually play in this set. So really excited. So if you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. I'll definitely be posting a lot more content now that we got a new meta going on. So yeah, let's get right to it here. So yeah, we're just going to do Shanks. What's nice about Shanks is once per turn, the effect can be activated when your opponent attacks or not. So it doesn't matter. But most likely you're going to do one of the attacks, right? And give up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters minus 1,000 power during this turn. Really, really strong. Basically 5Ks, one of your opponent's 5K attacks aren't going to be able to hit you. So really, really strong effect. Let's go ahead and start off with the profile. So we're going to be playing 2 Building Snake. Active main, you may place this card at the bottom of the owner's deck. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power during this turn. So really all this is basically just another Gordon or whatever. I think that was his name, Gordon, and the other card that was played in Law. But except it's a red-haired pirate, so it can be searched. With this next card here, we're playing 4 Utas. Moment here. 4 Utas. Uta says, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to one red-haired pirate type card and add it to your hand, then place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So it's just your basic searcher. I should say this is probably like the start. Really good card. There's a lot of cards that are searchable with that card. Other than herself, I did see the wording that you could actually search for her if she was a red-haired pirate, but they knew that they didn't put her as a red-haired pirate. She's actually a film card. So next we're playing 4 Otama. For those that don't know, on play, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during the turn. Really, really strong, and you'll see why here in a moment on why that card's really, really strong. Next we're playing 2 Sanjis. You may add 1 card. This is the active main, so you can pretty much just do this whenever you want. You may add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. This character gains plus 2,000 power during this turn. Then give this character up to 2 Rest of Dawn. So really, really strong. It's a good finisher. I'll explain more why I feel like this card's really in the deck. But right now, we'll just stick to it and just play it at 2. Then you got Hongo. Hongo is when you may rest this character if your leader has red-haired pirate type. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power. Pretty strong. Really, the strongest thing about it is that you can just do it every single turn. So if they don't take care of this or they don't pop it, that's just going to stay active the whole time. And it's a 2K counter, so card's amazing. Next, you got Lime Juice. I'm really playing this mainly for the 2K, and it's searchable, but on play, your opponent cannot activate 1 blocker character that has 4,000 power or less during this turn. So you're probably really only going to use this for the 2K counter. That's really my reasoning, or why I like it. Next, we got another one of the new cards, Lucky Rocks. If your leader has red-haired pirate type, carry out to one of your opponent's characters with a base of power of 6,000 or less on KO. I kind of like this card and I don't. It's a blocker, so that's what's nice about it. But you can't block and KO something, because blocking's not a KO. So I mean, really with this, I feel like it's just a 4/5 body, four cost, 5K power, and you're just gonna attack with it. Like you could keep it as a blocker, worst case scenario, but that's gonna be one of your attacking cards early game. Because if they kill it, well, you know, you're gonna KO something. So that's how I'm gonna play it at least. So, but it's a double use scenario. Worst case scenario, it's a 1K counter in your hand. So next we got for Yasop. Um, Up to one of your leaders gains plus 1,000 until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card's insane. This card's really, really strong. Arguably, with your leader ability, you're basically a 7K. That's pretty strong for at least one attack. And then when attacking, Don times 1, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power during the turn. So it's pretty strong. I mean, if it gains, you can't obviously do both abilities, but still a really, really strong card. Worst case scenario, it's a 1K. It's searchable. Card's really, really good. Next, we're playing 2 Silver Rayleighs. It's a blocker. And then if your opponent has 2 or more characters with a base power of 5 or more, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card. So this can be really strong because it can just cycle out your dead cards. That's my main reasoning for playing it. You can just cycle out dead cards because this deck does play a little bit more bricks than I'd be comfortable with. But this is just the first build. I think it's a really solid first build though. Ben Beckman, you're playing for Ben Beckman. 1K counter, 7 drop, 7 attack. On play, trash up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 6,000 or less. So this card has a lot of different combos that you can do. You can do the Hongo combo where you have that on the field and you're consistently giving something minus 2K. You can play with the Otama. There's a lot of combos that you can do with this. At 10, you can play this and that. So there's a bunch of combos that you could figure out there. Next, we're playing for Edward Newgate, the Whitebeard from the starter deck. Give up to one of your rested Don to your opponent's leaders or characters. Or give up to one rested Don to one of your leaders or characters. And then active main, you may rest this card KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 5,000 or less. So again, this is just like a constant KO every single turn if you can manage to get something down to 5K. Cards are really strong. What's nice about it is you can just play it first turn and then wait till next turn. If it lives, then you can go ahead and start using cards like Otama or Hongo or all those types of cards to kind of get in there. Worst case scenario, they don't have nothing. It's a 7,000 8K or 7 cost 8,000 power body. Pretty strong. Only thing that would make it better if it was searchable, but outside of that. And of course, we got the 4 Silver Rayleighs, the 8 drop cost this time. On play, select up to 2 of your opponent's characters and give one character minus 3,000 power and the other minus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is pretty strong. So even on their turn, they're still minused. And then K up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. The card's just insanely strong because if you take into account the -2 and the -3, well, you can make somebody -4 with the leader ability, or you can make them -3 or 2. -3. So card's really strong. It just pairs so well with Shanks. Then you got probably one of the best cards in the deck for sure. 4 Shanks. Give all your opponent's characters -1,000. This card, if you can get 2 of these on the board, it's going to be really, really hard for your opponent to come back because everything on his board is going to be minus for forever. I mean, this card's just insanely strong. This deck's really very, very controlly. So I don't know. It's fun, and this card's just insane. Not to mention that he's already Rush. So like, there's just no benefit to not playing that at 4. You have to play it at 4. This card's a little questionable for me. We just got one Shanks from the OP06 set, And it says KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 10,000 power or less. It's definitely a very good effect. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, but nonetheless, you play one of those, or you could switch it out for pretty much whatever you want. Then we got another one of here, the Gold D Roger. You can really catch your opponent with their pants down with this card. It's a rush card, so it's more rush. And when your opponent activates blocker, if either you or your opponent have 0 life cards, you win the game. So again, you could play 2 of this. Maybe you can take out the Shanks, and play 2 of the Gold D Roger, or just 1 and 1. I feel like it's fine this way because you have that, if you actually can pull that off, then you have that play to be able to just KO and win the game the cheesy way. And it feels pretty good when you win the game with this card. So last but not least, we have the 2 Gum Gum Fire Pistol Red Hawk. Says counter your leader or one of your character gains plus 4,000 power, then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a 4,000 power or less. Really, really strong. Not to mention the trigger ability as well, where you just minus 10,000 pretty much just stops any attack. This is one of those cards where, I don't know if you should keep it at 2, maybe run 3 or 4. I'm sure, adjust the deck according to your liking. Right now I'm going to try it like this. There's so many good combos with the Red Hawk. You could minus one of your opponent's characters with Shanks and get them down to that 4,000 power threshold to kill it. It's just a lot of combos. Overall, I think the deck's really, really strong. You might have some issues with rush decks, because if they can just get in there and just start doing damage to you pretty early, you might have a little bit of issues with that. That's why earlier I was saying, maybe it's nice to just use this as an attacker, just because you want some type of pressure, right? You're a really late game deck with this. I guess the other sense too of playing so many bricks is that you're trying to control them. So that could be another reason. I didn't make this deck list, by the way. It was another a good buddy of mine. Overall, though, I think it's really, really fun. Give it a shot. Hop on a sim if you already bought cards. Try to build it and just play around with your friends. I'm going to be doing a lot of play testing with this deck, and I'm just going to post wins, losses, doesn't matter. I'm going to post everything about this deck list. I'm really, really hyped about playing Shanks. I don't know if you can tell with my voice there, but it's just been a long time since I've been hyped to play the game. So, yeah. Let me know any changes you might make or any other lists that you might. I actually also have other lists too with Monkey D, Dragon, and stuff like that. So right now I'm just going to try this format or this version of the deck and then kind of take it from there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have any questions, post them down below. Happy OP09. I just can't wait till everything's out and we can actually start playing tournaments. But thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a good day.